In this video, we'll discuss why cold and mysterious guys tend to be more attractive to women, even to the point where they become highly sought after. There's actually a scientific theory behind this, rooted in the psychological tendencies of women that date back to when humans lived in caves. The basic nature of women hasn't changed much. They crave validation, praise, and recognition because they often struggle with self-confidence. It's no surprise that women are easily prone to feeling insecure and tend to see the negative side of things first, no matter how small. This psychological fact is why women are more attracted to guys who are cold, indifferent, and mysterious. It all begins with insecurity, which then transforms into curiosity. When a woman encounters a guy who seems indifferent towards her, she begins to feel insecure. Her mind is filled with questions like, why is he ignoring me? Does he find me unattractive? Am I not pretty enough for him? During this phase, she feels tormented, which leads her to become curious, wondering about the life of the guy who's ignoring her, his mindset, how he spends his time, and what he does daily. If this continues, that curiosity gradually turns into attraction. This is how a woman starts to develop feelings for a guy who's cold and mysterious around her. Of course, being a cold and mysterious guy who's desired by women is quite enjoyable. You don't need to give her 24 hours attention, buy her gifts, or be a love-struck fool. Without putting in much effort, you end up getting attention from women. Sounds great, right? So, here's a trick you can try when approaching a woman, especially if you're tired of giving too much attention only to be rejected repeatedly. You can put this strategy into practice right away. When you're interested in a woman, try to act indifferent when you're with your group of friends. Focus on talking to her friends instead and act as if the woman you're interested in doesn't exist. Even if she initiates conversation, just give minimal responses. If you do this consistently, the woman will start to wonder what's wrong with her, why you're only interacting with her friends, if she's not attractive enough, or if she's not pretty. She'll begin to feel competitive and insecure about herself. As I explained earlier, because women crave validation and recognition, they will become more desperate for your attention. Don't be surprised if she starts reaching out to you more often, or in extreme cases, she might directly ask you why you're acting cold and indifferent towards her. This is because women can't handle curiosity and, of course, their thirst for validation. If a woman starts behaving this way around you, all you need to do is make a small effort to win her over completely. You may have already used this trick in your life without realizing it. Perhaps you've targeted a particular woman, but instead, her friend ended up liking you because you were too focused on your target and indifferent towards her friend. As a result, her friend became more curious and attracted to you. That's how this trick works. There are two important points to consider before trying this trick when pursuing a woman. First, the cold and mysterious attitude you display must be natural and not forced. Don't pretend to avoid her while thinking about her 24 hours, it's pointless. Be a genuinely high-quality, cold guy. You become mysterious and often disappear because you're genuinely busy, whether with work, studies, or working out. Most of your time is spent on self-improvement rather than dealing with love. A mysterious, high-quality man has a powerful appeal in winning over women. Second, don't set your expectations too high. If you've been cold and mysterious around her, but she doesn't respond or even pulls further away, just accept it. It means she's simply not into you, and no matter how hard you try, she won't develop feelings for you. Don't be disappointed, there are billions of other women in the world. Besides, you're not losing anything since you've mostly been indifferent, so there's no real sacrifice. This is the beauty of trying the cold and mysterious approach with women. If it doesn't work, you don't feel any loss. Compare this to when you give a woman all your attention, only to be rejected in the end. That would hurt a lot, right? You also need to understand that no trick related to love is guaranteed to work 100% of the time because everyone's feelings are different. Love tricks are like tools, they only help you, but they can't guarantee absolute results. You must realize that sometimes you're dealing with factors beyond your control. You can only try, but you can't determine the outcome. This harsh reality shouldn't dampen your spirit to keep trying. After all, if you can fail despite your efforts, imagine how much more likely you are to fail if you don't try at all. Stay motivated and keep trying. Hope this helps.